Morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are out and about again. Excuse the bright light. Oh, it's about 5:30 in the morning and it's dark, as you can see behind me. We've got the blue hour coming in just now, and we are heading up, saying we, me and Darren, Mr. Ginger Morehouse, Ginger captures. Ginger is a git. Ginger is an ass. Ginger comes out with stupid ideas. He said, why don't we go at Red Screes for sunrise? I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, give it a go. My word, what a climb. Straight up pretty much. I got sweat pouring up my eyes. I got sweat pouring at my bottom. No, it's quite a walk. It's quite a walk, it really is. And we've just got to the stage now where it turns a bit more rugged. The top part is definitely a bit more rugged, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting up the top. I'm looking forward to having a look and see if we get any sunrise colour. There's quite a lot of thick cloud over there in the east, but you never know what you're going to get. And if nothing else, it's going to be an epic view from the top. We went for a walk up the other side. We're on the Kirkstone Pass, and we walked up the other side. It was St Ravens, I think it was St Ravens Edge, I think it's called. We went up there last night. We took a couple of handheld photographs, walked around, just took photographs. It was quite a nice evening. So I'll stick a few of them up for you now, just to give you a few moments while I get to the top, and I'll speak to you when it's normal and I can breathe. And I need a drink. I need me coffee. I've got my coffee with me, but yeah. Come along, let's have a look and see what we get up to this morning. And you got to stay with me just for these epic views. Don't you feel sorry for me? Don't you feel sorry for me putting up with Ginge, eh? Stupid ideas. See you in a bit, guys. So we are still climbing, and we are a long way up. We've way past the height we were yesterday evening, which was over on that bank over there. That one was quite a steep one, to be honest, when we first got going on that. But this is now a bit more of a scramble, but you can see we're closing on upon the top a little bit now. We just need to get up there. We're just following this. It's almost like a gravel path. Not so easy for me without my glasses on, because everything sort of starts to blend in a little bit. But lucky enough, Darren's all right. Can't put my glasses on because I'm just fogging up. But the path sort of blends in with not path, if you know what I mean. A couple of times I sort of strayed off the path, and he's like, "Where are you going?" So yeah. If I was on my own, I probably wouldn't do this. But if I was on my own, I'd make sure my glasses are on. I'd just keep stopping and wiping them. just so I can focus on everything. But yeah, so far so good, and it's still half an hour-ish before sunrise, maybe a little bit less, 20 minutes. So we're going to crack on, and I'll speak to you at the top. It looks like we've got to a good part now where the rocks have stopped and we start climbing up the grassy bit on the top, which is not a bad thing because I'm quite pooped. I'm ready for me coffee and a few snacks. Now the hat had to come off. I got warm, I've unzipped, I got warm, I took my gloves off, I got warm, just letting the heat out while I'm moving up the hill. And then once I get up there, I'll put them back on to keep the heat in. That's the best way of doing it, I think. Otherwise, I'll just overheat going up the hill. But we've got little patches of snow now, and there's you can see where the hail's landed on the ground and it's staying here. But we are pretty much on the top now. It's just a case of a bit of a grassy bank and just having a look, see if we can find some foreground to add to the vastness of the background. And it is a vastness over my shoulders. Just look at that over there. It's just insane. We are really high. I'll have a look on my watch in a minute, see how high we are, and I'll try and, if I remember, I'll get one when we get back to the van to tell you how high we've actually come up.
I think it's 839 metres.
839 metres to the top, so not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. At least I'm catching my breath a bit now and keep going. You've got to do these things. You've got to get out, you've got to challenge yourself, you've got to have a go, you've got to do these things. I wouldn't have never thought about coming up this one, so it's good to be encouraged. It really is. Whew, nearly there. Oh wow, patch of water up here. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. What a view. There's the can. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's windy, it's cold. Woohoo! Oh my God, what a view! Wow! Wow! What a view, what a view! Wowee! What a walk! Wow! There is orange over in the distance, a little tiny patch of orange. There's like a cairn refuge up here. We've got snow down in front of us. We're up at the trig point. Certainly don't want to be walking forwards because you will be going down and down and down and down if you do. But yeah, I need to put some layers back on now. My gloves and my hat has got to go back on, but wow, what a view. This is really 360 degrees Lake District. My God. You can see all the way down to Windermere. In fact, you can see all the way down the end of Windermere. Look at it. It goes off and off and off into the distance. We've got this little mini tarn that's got some ice on it. Look at the clouds over there. The clouds wrapping the top of the mountains over there. You can see Daz has walked down to the end, down on there. Oh, we've got the Tarn Brothers water down there. You can just about see the start of Old Water. Oh man, I've got to put my gloves on. Oh, it's so cold. Well, I've had to do a few shots without putting the camera on, I'm afraid, because the little pocket of light was a tiny little strip of orange. We actually saw the sun coming up I just run around, get myself half a dozen shots. I've done a couple of panoramics, a couple of shots with the snow in, a couple of shots looking off with the can in. I've got the can, I've got my selfie. Oh man, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Now I'm going to control, slow myself down, look for some photos, definitely looking back because there's some little frosty pools of water around here. Epic stuff. Put the long lens, the wide angle lens on, then when the light picks up later on, we'll get some longer shots with the snow lines and stuff in the distance. But there's just enough snow to make this epic. Really, really, really nice. Fantastic. You can't ask for anything nicer than this. This is so nice. Really is. I'm just taking a few shots just to fill my boots, just to take it all in. I've got to go home with some epicness, you know, and this is how I'm going to do it. So, but we not sure my live view's on or off. Live view's off. Live view. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's very good. Ooh, hopefully you can hear me inside my coat. It's too chilly to have my collar down too much. Let's make sure I've got my little blue one inside or my grey one up inside. Keep me neck warm. It is bitterly cold. But I've got a couple of shots set up. I've just taken one of the lock over there, and I've just got one set up on this little tiny puddle of a lock. I've put my wide angle back on, which is kind of my favourite lens really. It makes the foreground look a lot bigger and emphasises it, but I'm just trying to get in a couple of positions to make the most of the angle, but it's frozen over so it looks really nice. Well, that's a good position, I like that one. So level the tripod off, got it sort of up in the air a little bit because I want to be able to see over the bank, so in the background you can see the mountains. And we've got this nice little shape. If I zoom in a bit, that gives me a bit of a line from the bottom left hand corner. I've got the little tarn. It's frozen solid. You can see the frozen shape in the pattern in the water, and then you've got the mountains in the background with an array of cloud over them. I'm going to go f14, which is going to give me plenty of depth of field. I'm not going to focus stack. I don't think I need to. I don't feel the point for that. I put my bag back on my back as well because it's keeping me a bit warmer. So my bag's definitely back on my back. There's another little puddle over there as well. Maybe I ought to try that one. But yeah, no, I like that. It's quite nice. Only a little tiny strip of sky in it, just enough to get that mountain ridge, because there's no sky going on. But by God, it's cold. Really cold. My nose is cold. I'm all right inside. My back's gone a bit cold because obviously the sweat, so I'm hoping my bag's going to warm that up in a moment. So yeah, maybe just get walking around a little bit, but I'm going to try and find another couple of shots where I use the foreground to emphasize this vastness, and as this light comes up over the top here, it's going to light all that up in the background. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. So I've got another shot set up, and this one's quite a nice little shot actually. I've got this tiny little puddle of water down in front of me, and it's a long one. So I needed to try and set the tripod up in such a way that I can look down on it. I need to be looking down but looking forward. So I've gone wide angle, which has really spread the shape of this little tarn, this mini tarn, and you've got this little bank of snow that's in the bottom, which is quite important to the shot. This little bit of snow down here, and it just leads you off into then the mountains right in the background. Now, to set my tripod up, I've had to sort of spread the back legs right out, so the weight of the legs are leaning back, so it's taking the weight of the camera, and then my front leg is diagonally, you know what I mean, straight down. This front leg straight down, so the back legs are then supporting it. So it's another way of using the tripod. Now I'm going to do another review on this tripod because I've had this now for quite a long time, and I'm going to do like a backup and say what I think of it, how I've failed with it, what it's been like, how it's panned out, and I'm going to let you know all about it, because Someway Photo now have a UK supplier, and I think this tripod is amazing. I love this tripod, it goes everywhere with me. But yeah, it's really well worth watching. And the geared head, the GH2 geared head is phenomenal. So the geared head I use is a GH2, GH Pro 2 Someway Photo, and the tripod is a Someway Photo T3650CM for carbon fiber. But yeah, no, really good. I will do another review on it, so keep an eye open for that. Sometimes it's not always possible to talk you through every single image. The sun's coming up, which is I'm really thankful for, because hopefully it's going to warm us up a little bit, because my fingers are now bitterly cold even with these gloves on. The light's coming up and lighting the land really nicely. I've got the long lens on. I borrowed the 70-300 this weekend off of John, because he's borrowed my 100-400. So I'm just looking for some more intimate landscape shots, looking around the hills as the sun's catching them, and just trying to pick up a few shots, you know, that I wouldn't normally take with the longer lens. So yeah, I'll throw a few of them on the screen for you to have a look at. But beautiful. But I always favour, when it comes to lenses, I always seem to favour my wide angle. I just like that. I just love to see everything, that big vastness. And just excuse me, because it's getting difficult for me to talk. My lips are really cold and my bottom lip's going a bit numb, so it doesn't work very well. There's a nice little patch of mist or fog right over in the distance, and whack it out onto 300mm, and you just get those layers. The only thing wrong with this lens, and I probably did it in my review, is the fact that when you zoom in, it changes the focus, and I'm not overly impressed with that, because I like to zoom in and be focused and be done with it. I don't want to be focusing and then refocusing and focusing and refocusing and stuff like that. It just doesn't work for me. And when you've got eyes like mine that don't exactly ring true, I can't tell whether it's focused or not all the time. So yeah, I'm not keen on that. I prefer the sort of lenses that stay focused when you zoom in. But still, you can't have everything, I suppose. But yeah, that's cool down there. There's definitely some mist down there. Darren's getting his drone out, and he wants to be careful, because in this cold weather, that's when mine crashed. So be warned, Darren, if the battery gets too cold, it'll just drop out of the sky. So I'm gonna get me coffee now and just I don't know, try and warm up a little bit. just had my drone up in the air, and I'm going to play you a little bit of drone footage because that was pretty epic and awesome, and there are some stunning views from up here. I've now put my bag back on my back, I've put my wide angle lens on. I'm just going to have a quick scout around and see if I can find a couple more shots now that the lights come up and the sky's looking good, and we've got some nice shadows and stuff casting across the land. I'm just going to go back with a few wide angle shots, getting some nice leading lines and some patterns, and getting all this snow and stuff in, and just really filling me boots, to be honest. Ever so nice. Oh, my shadow and my tripod's in, that's a shame. See if I can move around a little bit, just to get these lines of the rocks and these big epic mountain views that we've got from up here. And I definitely don't want to go back empty handed, so it really is a case of just taking a few shots now, and then I'm gonna have to go down and start warming up, because I've got bacon and eggs in my van waiting for me. Darren's obviously going to get bored as well in a moment. He's going to start looking for different shots and want to get off and try different things, but it's just epic, just getting the camera nice and level in places and setting it up, just literally filling your boots and taking shots. It's just amazing. The views up here are just something else, they really are. So I'm going to get a few photographs. If I find something with a really interesting composition, I'll switch you on and let you know what I'm doing. But yeah, all in all, a very, very good morning. A very, very, very good morning. So at the moment we're making our way across the top of the plateau, which is up on the top of the hill, and it's pretty phenomenal. You can see I can actually see the van from here, and she looks an awful long way down. If you can see right down there, right down there, you can see the Kirkstone pass in, and the van's parked down there. It's quite a long way down, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. It's a very long way down, but this is what makes it all fun. There's another Kenny Can up here, as Sarah would say, from Too Fit for Adventure, or Fit for Adventure. Kenny Can, Kenny Can. Good old Kenny Cans. That's what happens when you watch other vloggers. But yeah, Darren keeps walking and walking. I don't know where he's going. I don't want to walk miles up here. I want to go down for my breakfast in a minute. But my goodness, some fantastic views up here. Fantastic views. Let's see if we can catch him up, warm me up if nothing else, won't it? I've caught up with this little mountain goat here, and we're literally right on the edge. I'll tell you what, I'll show you how close we are to the edge. Let's get the camera off of there. This is where we are. Isn't that just a wicked drop? You just wouldn't want to be scared of heights down here, or up here should I say. Like I said before, if you look right down there in that bottom corner, in fact I could zoom in for you. If you go all the way down there, you can see how far away we are, and we've got the camera sort of balanced on the edge of the hill here, and I've just taken a shot just for prosperity looking down. But you've got Windermere and everything going on down there, goes all the way down into the distance, goes all the way down to Borrowdale down the far end. This is a Kirkstone Pass, an absolutely fantastic drive. If you want to drive through the Lake District, I recommend the Kirkstone Pass. It comes up right over the distance, comes up and round, comes up over the top here, and when it slips behind this mountain, it gets more and more interesting. So it's a really nice drive through the Lake District, that one is. Right, we're going to make our way probably back round the top, past the cairn, and make our way back down here. We've got to go pretty much down the side of this one here, so I'm going to call it here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the adventure. It's been a cracking morning. I know the photographs are not been a lot of educational stuff, but it's just been really nice to come out and bring you with me, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's really good. A bit daunting the walk back down, but hey ho, you've got to take it, haven't you? There probably is another route back. I'm going to have a look on my OS maps. If we can go round to the left here, or to the right, sorry, if we can go round this way, then we will. If not, then it's going back down the way we came up. So until next time, unless I find something more interesting to switch on the end of this, till next time, thank you again for watching. Ciao for now, see you soon. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Just poke that little thumb button, and then drop us a comment if you can, even if you just tick hi, just write hi. That's all I want, just a little comment, just say hello. Till next time, ciao, see you soon, bye bye. So I thought I'd just finish off this video at the back end, just a little bit of a clip on, and just showing you the route coming down. So couldn't show you the route going up, but that was the first bit that we've just come down now. It's just like a grassy bank, which is the top part, and we walked all the way across the top up there as well. We're now heading down this route here, so we're going to go down. As you can see here, it starts to get a bit more steppy and rocky. It zigzags down as you're going down that way, and then we go round the back of this lot and we start heading down, and then the path picks up somewhere down there and then carries on down and around back down to the car park. So what I'll do is every so often I'll switch the camera back on, and just to give you an idea of the sort of thing that we put up with this morning coming up. A couple of the places are a little bit sketchy, a little bit dodgy, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get down, and with my bag on my back I might have to step down backwards, but we're sort of not against time, but there is some weather over the back end of this hill, and we'd rather be at the bottom when it comes in than the top. So yeah, we're heading down now, but yeah, I just thought I'd just show you the route on the way down, so if you want to see it, stay with us. This is where it got a bit sketchy before. You can see we had to manoeuvre our way down and around these rocks. There is actually a path in it all, but you end up getting quite close to the edge, so you need to make sure you've got a bit of width around you. There is actually a sign there. We did not see that this morning. We definitely didn't see that one, but this is what it's like from now on. It's going to just be a bit of gravel, bit of rocks, bit of climbing, and basically just keep going down, trying to find a footing and keep making your way down the hill. And it does get a bit more steppy like as we go down, but I think the scrambly bit is probably, there's one more bit of scramble I think, and then we're back onto normal steps. So this was a dodgy bit coming down here. It was a bit dodgy going up, but coming down it's dodgy because you're leaning forward a lot. So that's the hardest part I think we've done. The rest of it is now pretty much steps, and you just follow the course all the way down there, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on, and keeps going back down. So I'll report back in again in a minute, but yeah, that's the final route. I'd say the hardest bit was this pit's behind, because it was it sort of almost loses its steps, and it's very steep.
It don't look like that in the dark.
It don't look like that in the dark either, no. So we still had to strip off on the way back down, even though you're not exerting the same amount of energy going down as you are up. Your concentration levels are high, and we were in the sun just now, but the clouds have come over. Like I said, the weather looked like it was coming this direction, and it's got quite cloudy. All right, I've got a bit of a chill, but only a small chill, and I'm heading down, so I haven't got to worry about getting hypothermia because I've got the van down there. But I'd rather have a bit of a chill rather than sweating the way I was, because I was just getting clagged up with the sweat. The path's now easing off, definitely easing off. We've done all the tricky bits and the steeper steps. These steps are a lot smaller and more like walking stones. That was a fantastic morning. I will just do one quick one when I get back to the van. So I've got an altimeter reading off my phone to give you, not off my phone, off my watch, sorry, to give you an idea of what that actual climb was that we've just done and what we've just done from top to bottom. So I'll see you back at the van just for a quick goodbye. So we are down back at the van. My altimeter reading, let's have a look and see what it says. So my altimeter reading is saying, oh, if you can see that, 1,400. So we've done about 1,000 foot. I think that was 2,500 and something from the trig point. So we've just dropped 1,000 foot, and my word, don't my legs know it. They feel real jelly-like now, really jelly-like. So cup of tea, cup of coffee, and bacon and egg on a bagel. Right up my street, that is. Oh, and just to show you what we've done, that's where we've just been, up the top there. You can see that point there is right up the top, and we've been up, we walked across the top of that bit a little bit as well. So again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and if you haven't enjoyed this, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? I know it's not all about photography sometimes, and I keep repeating this. Sometimes it's the walk, the fun, the enjoyment, and the getting there, and I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of epic photos anyway. And that was where we went last night, just out of piece of interest, just to warm us up. One thing to remember, if you ever go out with Ginge, don't. Look at him, laughing his head off. Ciao for now, guys. Bye-bye.